have tattoos?
I have
Ink.
lots of tattoos, actually.
Okay.
We can start with this one. This one is actually a cover-up
Okay.
from my younger days when
Okay.
I was substance abusing.
Okay.
But this, Tink, is actually my little preemie's nickname. Because
Okay.
she was a feisty little fairy, like we like to call her. And my grandfather worked for Disney when he was alive.
Okay.
So Disney was like part of our growing up. This is part of me growing up. We spent a lot of time at Disney World. And I figured to cover up the past with something a little more me now, since it's not me anymore. And then we've got Jack and Sally, which is my favorite Disney people.
Okay.
Because I'm working on Disney sleeves. This one, there's really not a whole lot of meaning to it. I just love Jack and Sally.
Uh-huh.
And then we got those. Those were both from the old days as well. I'm leaving them because I still like skulls.
Okay.
But they don't really have a big meaning. Actually, I dyed somebody's hair in trade for tattoos. I dyed my tattoo artist's beard and his wife's hair to get tattoos.
So you would say this one's your favorite,
That one's my favorite.
but you wouldn't cover up the ink, you said,
I haven't. I'm thinking about it.
because you want it to be all Disney.
All Disney. I want to do good on this side, bad on this side.
Okay.
Because I got Jack and Sally. I want Oogie Boogie and Lock, Shock, and Barrel over here. And I was going to do the Haunted Mansion and the girl with the parasol over the alligator on the tightrope in the middle. That's just me because I'm obsessed. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but
Does your husband have any tattoos?
none. I even have my eyeliner tattooed on.
Oh.
I'm like, this is going to save so much time.
Right?
I don't have to worry about it ever again if it's already there. My mom got hers done, and I was like, I want that too.
Huh.
And then we've got, now the wings are actually symbolic for when I was on drugs. When I was younger, I was on a lot of drugs. I spent a lot of time trying to get away from everything. Being from California, moving here, kind of a culture shock. I spent a long time hating here, wishing I wasn't here. And I started doing drugs to try and pretend I wasn't here, I guess. But now, here is home, and I'm clean. I've been clean for more than 10 years now. And this was symbolic of the struggle to be out of the drug abuse cycle. And because it was hard to get out of all of that. And actually, my husband was a big part of what got me out of it. Because he is not a drug abuser, nor has he ever been. But he always knew me. He was like the first little person I met when I moved here. He was like my neighbor, little cute guy. Just, hey, I'm a super sweet guy, and here you are, this crazy wild girl. And so we were just friends for a really long time, but he always stuck by me no matter what was going on in my life. And he eventually helped me get out of it, so that was kind of symbolic of that. He was really actually mad about this tattoo.
What made him mad about it?
Just, he didn't want me to just cover myself in tattoos.
Okay.
Because he was like, I didn't envision my future wife to be covered in tattoos. This is not what I planned. Like, well, God has different plans for us sometimes. I've got this one that when I was a teenager in high school, me and a couple friends decided to do dots. And then later I got a hold of a tattoo machine. I was like, let's turn this into some hearts so that it doesn't look so dorky. Like I just have 3 giant freckles. So, those are really the only ones with any kind of story.
So what brought you out here, or here at 11? Because parents, was it like the military? Or
Oh,
job?
no. Job thing.
Okay.
California, let's see, it was 92 when we moved here.
Okay.
So California was not the best of places to live. It had been somewhat decent when I was little, but it was going downhill pretty fast. We were like, hey, we can move here. We'll have a house rent-free. We can get back on our feet. And I met my husband on day 2 that we moved here.
Oh, right. He's the neighbor.
He
right?
lived across the street and to the left. He was the first little boy to show up on our doorstep, and I was like, Oh man, if this is the kids that I have to choose from to get married, I'm never getting married.
And here you are.
And here I am. Married
awesome.
to him.
Wow, that's
Never would have imagined.
so it's hard in California, but then it was hard to embrace being here too.
It really was. Because I'd never known anything different than that.
Yeah.
Just that kind of life. Now that I've been here for so long too, and visiting back there, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the kind of place that I want to raise her. It's not the kind of place that, I mean, I know my husband, I took him to visit and meet my family there, and he was like, no, this is not for me. Like, yeah, this is not for me either anymore.
Yeah.
Let's get a farmhouse and stay here forever.